All right, welcome to the 20-Minute Gamer channel. I'm your host, Nick, and we are jumping into some Rogue Trader. Hang on here, I gotta turn my phone down. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hang on a sec. All right, so yeah, Rogue Trader. I received a copy of this from the developers, so I'm gonna stream for about 2.5 hours here. We'll just kind of see what everything's like. Now, I played a little bit of it already, and it's very much like a Fallout meets Warhammer 40K. So you have technically two Space Marines on your team. You have someone from the Fenris clan, and then you have a Sisters of Battle as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get into. I'm gonna just play as normal. Let's go ahead and now there are 3 pre-plotted created characters for you. I am not going to play as one of them. I'm going to just go ahead and create a custom character, just so you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like. That and the intro music is just so friggin' good. I don't know what looks good to us. This guy? I'm not sure. We'll roll with this guy. Appearance, male, female, of course. Then you have the different faces you can cycle through. Just gotta pick something basic here. You can make a really fat guy. We're not gonna do that. Hair. So I mean, we can go very, Parliament. If that's your jam. I'm gonna go. It's not bad. I like that. Yes. I don't know, man. We'll go with this. We'll make him a white knight. How's that sound? I'm not gonna do any tattoos. We'll go ahead and have fun with some implants though, and then
excellent
voice acting. There we go. Gino's joining the chat. Hey man, welcome too. They had a previous game of this, didn't they? Rogue Trader's the only one that I know of that was coming out. I guess I'm not. You'll have to Google it for me. I don't know. Like I said, I did kind of go through some of this already. I think I'm going to be doing Imperial World military traditions. Ballistic skill measures a character's accuracy, and then perception, of course. So this is kind of where, like I said, it's very Fallout-ish, So there is some. There's some nostalgia with the game. So I'm going to do it again, of course, Astra Militarum Commander, because this dude, he just looks choice, doesn't he? Moment of Triumph, that's coming. Darkest Hours coming, and then Doctrines. Fighter. Leader. We'll do Marksman as well. We'll go ahead and do Marksman. I'm more of a gunner. I'm just more of a gunner, so... it's kind of funny. I know my picture does not match my guy, but there's also no mustaches. That's, hey, it's just an avatar, man. That's all it is. So, I have 30 points. Each point consumes 5. I'm going to go ahead and up the ante on perception. I want fellowship. I want that high. I think I want that high. It sounds to me... ability to lead and force of personality. Having a strong fellowship makes for a character who can ingratiate himself into gathering of suspicious forged menials or make skilled trades with wily vendors. I want to be able to buy good stuff. I want to be able to talk to people well. I've always enjoyed that aspect of Fallout, so I'm going to go ahead and just roll that way. Intelligence. We'll go ahead and take 1 in intelligence. We'll do ballistic skill, yes. Weapon skill, yes. No points available. That's all right. Pretty balanced out character. We'll look at the, we can edit this. We'll call it the Bale Lanterna, since I am Lantern Nick. Gino's getting back to us in chat. He's looked into it and cannot find any other details on a previous Rogue Trader. I thought it was just this one. So, going to the summary. So here is your data sheet, and choose name. Oh man, Nicholas Brightstorm. Sounds good, right? Let's friggin' do it. Let's do it. Complete. I am so excited for this, man. I am so excited. How's the audio there, Gino? Does it sound all right? I can kind of dumb down the music a little bit. Music can be a little loud sometimes, you know? Excellent. Sound is good. Let's go. All right, so audio needs to be read. It is not spoken. At least it's not spoken at this point in time. So I will do my best to read, and if we know anything about Warhammer 40K, it is their affinity to Latin. So if I screw anything up, I am so very sorry. Conrad, it starts with a first and last name, an excellent place for contemplation. The man who has approached you is gazing down into the depths of the vast temple on one of the lower decks. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity. So, before I continue, the highlighted words offer dictum to the user. So you can hover over it and... oh man. You can hover over it and it pulls up a friggin' encyclopedia so you can educate yourself on Warhammer 40K. I'm just so, like... I'm like Dennis Nedry when Dotson opens up the Barbasol can right now. This is so amazing. All right, how do we want to respond? Do we want to be a little conceited to this guy or what? I'll play the high road. Truly an awe-inspiring sight. The man nods in satisfaction, as if your words have confirmed some thought he had. That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence, for it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with a chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. He sighs and turns to you. Allow me to introduce myself, Conrad Voidver, Master of Whispers in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodore von Valentius, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before, so I can expand on this. And anything that you see, there is an encyclopedia. So we clicked on the God Emperor of Master of Mankind. So there is now there's now an ongoing list of all of the highlighted words that we've looked at. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. Lieutenant General Nicholas Brightstorm, Scipio Grimald, commander of the 8th Army of the Scanthian Janissaries. My regrets, Lieutenant General. The Astra Militarum is the hammer of the God Emperor. Isn't that what they say? Well, it is likely that the fate will give you ample opportunity to demonstrate your talents as commander. Let's go. I will be frank with you. You may forget your family name, no matter who gave it to you or what its origins are. The moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard his void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor. You just changed my name. Like, you just changed my name. What do we want to know? Why am I aboard this vessel? So that you may fulfill your blood duty, Nicholas Brightstorm. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the road trader in deeds blessed by the God Emperor. Right? I see that you are shocked. Yes, you understood correctly. Lady Theodora's authority indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before. The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate. Lord Captain, a strange title for Lady Theodora. You have a curious title. I assume you had a goal coming to talk to me? But of course, I've come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrod von Valancius are conversing in the observation platform located in one of the wings of the officer's deck. Let us join them there. I shall accompany you. All right. We have a journal now. Beautiful. Orders. All right.
Victory awaits.
What do we got here? We can zoom in and zoom out a little bit. A massive conference table. Incomprehensible information is displayed on a large screen. Jeez Louise, this is going to be in-depth.
Follow my lead.
Yeah, where'd you go, bro? There we go.
Annihilate them!
All right, ambush, the battle begins. Let's go, baby. Yeah, dude's done. He didn't stand a chance. All right. We missed.
I'll pass.
see.
I don't have time for this. Die!
Yeah, as a tradition. Yeah, exactly right, Gino. Everything has gone wrong at this point in time. What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. A wild beast breaks free in the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. Without taking his eyes off the dead beast, Voidver removes the Vox caster from his belt and speaks a few quick orders into the device. I blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors, the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan. Spread out. No one is allowed to enter the premise. I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor. Yeah, you bet, man. I can do this. Saving game is impossible.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Let's go. Remember, this is just the beta as well. Please keep in mind, everything is subject to change still, of course, before the game releases on December 7th. That is still, I believe, the expected release time for this title. So, Edelfraud, that is simply irrational, Lady Theodora, says the man dressed in peculiar garb, his voice tight with tension. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy. Theodora, tall, gray-haired woman, pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson. Then, suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation no worse than my Senshao could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Aeon 6, Edelthrod? I'm gonna listen in silence. I'm not gonna piss this lady off. While you are considering your answer, Edelthrod, I wish to speak with someone else. Perhaps I shall hear something more interesting than incoherent mumbling. Whew. What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations in such a fashion? I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. Theodora tilts her head, her lips stretch into a cold smile. This is Nicholas Brightstorm, the second candidate for the title of my successor. The rogue trader regards you with a look that is imperious, predatory, and oppressive. She totally wants us. Step forward, Brightstorm. Consider this hypothetical situation. Aeon 6, a new world on the fringes of the Koronus Expanse, high seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Lights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to instill ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanish overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Let's see. So we can do lore for Xenos. Those spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify that is indeed the case, and if the population of Aeon 6 engages in Xeno worship. Yeah, sounds kind of Slaneshi, right? Gino's saying sounds Slaneshi. Yeah, it's very, like, I'm already getting a very, like, yeah. I feel like Chaos is more at work, unless, well, I guess Xenos still would be, well, Would Xenos be chaos? I consider Xenos like Necrons, Orcs, I mean, fellow Space Marines, fellow Imperium that are befell to chaos. I would just classify as chaos, I guess. I could do lore warp. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening is witchcraft or not. It might cost several cycles to do so, but it will give us the answer. We could just purge the place. Reports of spirits certainly sound like evidence of heresy. I feel like I want to do some lore. Any feedback out there? Anybody have any feedback? I'm open to some advice here. I'm kind of leaning toward the lore Xenos. I'm thinking that if they're disappearing, I wonder if they're being abducted, you know? Gain some connections. A few Imperial Guard regiments could take care of the natives, their spirits, and the magma. Ports of Sirit certainly sound like heresy. No feedback here. All right, man, we're rolling with Xenos then. Reasonable and prudent, however, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor. Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you, Nicholas, are simply unaware of their existence. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do. We are both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become anyone of our status to engage in petty feuds? I find your tone most disagreeable, Idelthrod. You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will live to regret the consequences. I'm gonna kiss some ass here. We are both servants of the God Emperor. Does it become anyone of our status to engage in petty feuds? Edelthrod looks at you with suspicion. Even among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely... Edelthrod, I believe I gave you an assignment on the ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time. Get out of here, dude. Get going. Theodora's gaze follows him as he leaves. Then she turns to you. Nicholas, why are you here? I will say, I don't know yet. I hope you clarify. Clarity, a luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valentius, Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic, the warrant of trade kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign and both death and ruin us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing, and you are one of those with the Von Valentia's blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. Holy crap! Oh, Yes, I'm ready. Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Give me a chance, lady. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful, if not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Conrad Voitcher served me for many years before he made his mistake. Ooh. And there's other errors. Yeah, let's ask. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Adelthrod may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as candidate. Let's ask about this Master of Whispers. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valentius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voidber's performance in his current role is satisfactory, or it used to be at least. Vox affixed to Theodora's spire suddenly comes to life, but all you can hear is unintelligible noise. Theodora winces, shuts off the transmission, and gives you an imperious nod. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the voidship translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Yeah. Gracious Lord Captain, surely there are ways I can prove myself as worthy heir. You can start by not asking questions of this sort. Haha, I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. Or as for when you will be granted that opportunity, only God, Emperor, knows. What are my current responsibilities? Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually I will find a post that suits you. All right. I have no more questions. In that case, I shall head to Theodore's Vox awakens once more. This time you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes, listening to the Vox cast, then nods and draws her weapon. Disturbance is reported on the adjacent decks. Sen shall, if the need arises, protect the new blood. She glances at you. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated. Whew! Stone cold, man. Whoa!
Death will find you soon enough.
Battle begins. Start the battle.
Reduced to dust. One fewer target.
Dude!
To the heretics.
Jesus Christ! I'm next.
Already done. Nothing of value
Got
has
him.
been lost.
Keep missing, baby. Keep missing. Whew, Theodora, man, that is...
I took care of this one.
Nice damage models.
I've suffered worse. Never wavered in the face of adversity. All too easy. Posing
Yes!
was your biggest
His
mistake.
friggin' head came off! Beautiful! I already want a better gun.
Reduced to dust.
Jeez, these damage models are fantastic. What do we got? Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whole sun survive. The rogue trader turns her eyes to you. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst on the deck. Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. A false sense of security makes them that much more susceptible to the harsh realities of war transitions. She looks at the Vox in her hands. All you can hear is lifeless static. Incident with the beast? Possibly. Quite likely. Theodora winces and flicks the switch on her Vox a few times. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. What are your orders? Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path. Want to make yourself useful, go after him. See if the Arc Militant requires aid and be quick about it. Let's go, baby.
New challenge for me.
Is there a map? Where do I need to go? Does anybody have any idea? We're gonna figure this out together. That's what we're gonna do. There was an attempt to break through to arms. Oh, Gino.
My specialty.
So I feel like I'm going the right way. Huh. Hadron's the best. Conrad Voigtver. Thank Providence you are alive and well. Always on time, huh, Conrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck and you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it. Mort, pull yourself together. The Arc Militant looks back at you. What did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We are all done here. I'll report right away. My bad. Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck. My Arc Militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds? Forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report. I have not yet received word from the Imaginarium regarding any Gellerfield failures. Communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I'm receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only vox casts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. Perhaps this is organized mutiny. Mutiny here in the war. Provide immediate assistance to those still in the middle decks. Oh, yes. Mutiny, execute them all. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator sanctorum are secure, and I have the means to do both things at once. What? Theodora looks at Voidfur. Edelthrod? Where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons. Yeah, no kidding. I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional deck 18. Master of Whispers, find Edelthrod immediately. Send Shao locate Slass, the Sister of Battle. Yes! Are we going to get a Sister of Battle right out of the gate? Both are to remain by my side. No, apparently they're for her. I must go to my study. It appears we might have encountered heretics along the way. She looks at me. If I may, Lord Captain, Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance. And if our goal is to bring Edelthrod back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed Arc Militant, and taking in consideration Edelthrod's psychic powers. Yeah. Alright. Then it's settled. Nicholas Brightstorm, find Edelthrod and return here in any state. This elevator, she points at the massive doors, lead to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers. Do not let me down. I require you both. I hear and obey. Then move out. Mort, come. Oh, gee, Rick. Dude's just taking a nap. Are you ready to head to 18? It's a long walk, and you don't even have the proper gear. I shall make do. Lead the way. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. That is no longer relevant. With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen. You were consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. What the funk? I knew it was him! I promised you a special destiny. It is time to fulfill it. Of course. I don't like this guy at all. Oh, they're kicking me? Alright. Hang on a sec here, everybody. I'm going to drop some of the music here. Go and just take it down a little bit. You know what? Maybe we'll just take down the master volume a little bit. Let me know if that's any better. Alright. Alright, Conrad, careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. Sacred Imperial relic document that affirms... I'm gonna go to the encyclopedia. What? It even takes you to an encyclopedia? Oh man, I love this game already. You're back with us, I see. Delightful. Aha, yeah. Voidver, you two-faced scum. You are the one behind this mayhem. How perceptive of you, Nicholas Brightstorm. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. Try it. We are in the anteroom of the war chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power, the sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains in my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expect to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the sentinel. I have no intention of helping you. I'm afraid that you, Nicholas Brightstorm von Valencius, have no choice in the matter. Voidver produces a strange object, a blade without a handle that shimmers blue in the light. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so. You must be a fan of the Drakari. To the void with you. I will do as you require. To the void with you. The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Fight the voices. Willpower check failed. I failed. I would have thought that I had the ability to pass that with how I pumped my character. Giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step forward. Damn it. Will check failed. Sorry, everybody. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor. Use the tech. Tech use succeeded. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. The servitor on the gate begins to move with a screeching and groaning of metal. It leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaws open with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw the living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp, metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. I'm gonna look for anything that could be used as a weapon. A whisper runs through your consciousness. The voices that filled your head after Voidver wounded you with his blade did not go away. You look around in hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty. Jesus. Yeah, Gino's saying you can tell by the encyclopedia that that they really want this game to be familiar. And man, I cannot agree with you more. They are doing everything that they can to give this. This may not necessarily be a 20-minute game. You know, I don't know. You know, obviously the whole aspect of our channel is that we want to find games that are good for your time. But I mean, honestly, I feel like this is pretty fantastic so far. I'm gonna look back. Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry. Examine the sentinel. The servitor looks different from the ones you're used to. Copper thread stretches its skin. The joints are replaced by metal hinges. We're stuck. The sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat. And immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up. Oh, nice. Gino read all of Mass Effect 1's codex and enjoyed it. You know, some games I go to great depths to educate myself on everything about them when it's conducive to do so. Some games make it really, really hard for you to actually be a part of the lore that they're bringing. So I strongly feel so far, just from this, hour that we've been playing, the 45 minutes we've been playing, they're making the information easy to obtain. And because of that, it's very easy to not feel like you're being bored to death, I guess. High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? You don't understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your subconscious does not have the ability to do you any real harm. Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol. End dialogue. Yo! Tear it up! Check the antechamber.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person. It's going too quickly. I'm not reading it fast enough. I'm sorry. The servo skull's creaking gradually turns into comprehensible words. Escort the child of the house to safety. What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me? Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection. In place of the mechanical screeching, the servo skull's Vox projects the voice of Theodora. Vox Master, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. Yes! Communication protocol breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way communication. Need a weapon. I'm utterly defenseless. Alright, everybody, we are joined by the great Elias. You want to say hi to the team?
Hi.
Alright, alright. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by. Lead me away from here. Middle and upper decks, assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units, calculating. The servo skull twitches and makes a few clicks. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured. Man, that is some dry data.
Which one's good?
Well, this is the good guy.
They say a
I'm
little
the
bit
good
of
guy.
humility never hurts anyone.
I help others better themselves by
gotta seal the
wholeheartedly
warrant chamber.
humiliating them at every step.
What's happening?
Abelard, Senchel Abelard Worserian has lost some of his former polish. His forehead is sweating, and one of the sleeves of his coat is torn and soaked through with blood. Nonetheless, despite his heavy breathing, he stands firm and his gaze is demanding, albeit somewhat surprised. Master Brightstorm, whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... He surveys the carnage around him, his brow furrows. Throne, preserve me. What is the meaning of this? Conrad Voidver is a traitor. When we parted ways, the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here. What? He intended to take revenge on Theodora for an old grudge and become the rogue traitor himself. Yep, I'm just gonna be honest about it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, holy God, Emperor. Abelard clutches his forehead. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny, and Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as the Lady Theodora. Voidver openly admitted he's the mastermind. Let's see. I would say openly admitted, yeah. Grox seed, a large half-domesticated reptile widespread in the Imperium. Grox are most commonly bred as livestock or beasts of burden. It is a small wonder what the heretics are so. It's a small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive and now safe. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. Items received. Lasgun! Yes! Find a weapon. Accept his aid. Alright. So we have a lasgun now. And a flak chest plate. Oh my Lanta. That is fantastic.
None shall stand in my way.
Rose Grace, where are you going? Until we bandage your wounds and take up arms, with all due respect. She won't let you out that door. Gotcha. Sorry.
Absolutely not.
Use.
I'll pass.
Not understanding.
Not my specialty.
Equip.
Absolutely not.
No? Use.
Someone else can do this.
What am I missing here?
I don't have time for this.
Cannot be equipped by this character. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Look no further.
So
That's not the senator's
use.
job. Your seneschal is...
We must act. I'll lay claim to the stars.
Until we bandage your wounds and we take up arms. I have taken up arms, buddy. What are you talking about?
A new challenge for me?
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon.
There we go. All right, got it. Sorry. The lower decks are teeming with heretics, instigating the rabble to revolt. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse. Although strike teams have already been dispatched there, all communication was lost. All right. That's not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator, the master helmsman, are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. In the worst case, they have already lost control of the process, and we all have precious few moments left to live. Navigator Sanctum, let's go. To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor, fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home. And with all your might, destroy those who have dared. The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for the broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the road trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Let's go, baby.
Feel my wrath!
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
I'm gonna go ahead and back up a little bit. Let's go. Okay. So we can strike. So we'll go ahead and
Follow my lead.
move there. And then we'll
Indeed.
strike this way. Nice. I like this Abelard guy.
I'll live another day.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
What's this? Combined arms. Additional plus 20. Shoot on the run. Marksman gains plus 2. Your next attack costs 1. Minus 10 ballistic skill and does not count toward the limit of
Suits
attacks.
my purposes.
Okay. No, gosh. Still learning the controls, everybody. Sorry.
It will be done.
Dude, bro just chopped them in half.
Victory is imminent.
Brace for impact.
Nothing I can't do. My tactics are flawless.
What? Look at this. Look at
Already
this.
done. Nothing of value has been lost.
Boom. Suck it. Yes. Let's go. I want to alt inventory. Alt cargoes. Is that right? Is that what I do? Ooh, I'm loving this. thank you to the developers for this opportunity. This is just awesome.
I'm always ready.
Very good.
It's about time.
Come on. Who are you? A psyker of sorts? Oh, Idira. The woman before you whips around and gazes straight at you, her eyes glowing with otherworldly light. And so he will enter the halls of the blinding guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate. Master Nicholas Brightstorm, watch your head. Idira! Abelard grumbles as he dusts himself off and grips his weapon again. Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsaying plainly for once? That was too close. The woman bursts into guttural drunken laughter. Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing. Nicholas Brightstorm, this is Idira Plas, personal psyker of her diviner and diviner of her ladyship Theodora von Valencius. Idira? I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate to die in the waves of the Imperium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn, and in the roaring blaze I see a figure standing. Who is it? Who? I have no answer. The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls. A diviner, are you? Idira nods, yet her gaze is directed somewhere away from you. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear. They grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now with this clamor around me, too many voices. Too loud. Idira turns her head to you, her vacant eyes glaring like embers. And you are Nicholas Brightstorm Bar Valencius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet. Officers, frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once. That's Edelthrod. Emperor's Providence. Where the heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to... Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, no number of Lady Theodora's heirs will be of use to us anymore. Edelthrod, like me, has not yet surrendered either mind or body to the mercy of the warp, and he can still hold out a little without us. Abelard spits out a florid curse. Blast! You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here. How do you know who I am? What do you think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? Idira laughs in a deep voice. I have seen you, Nicholas Brightstorm. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart. The whispers called me. The ones could make out amongst the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Our other whispers called to me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master cog and the silence that followed. What? You don't mean the chief engine seer is... Yes, Abelard. Dead. Without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the war. The shriek from the navigator's sanctorum was louder than the rest. It's better we save the navigator and some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook in the middle decks. We must see if the navigator is well. Oh, no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you. The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. Adira freezes, then she slaps her cheeks, rubs her face, and looks at you. The supernatural glow is gone from her eyes, and a smirk spreads across her lips. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around, and maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. Let's go.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Come on. Locked door. Well, let's open it up.
None shall stand in my way.
This is the door we need to open. This one. Sorry. Let's kill these guys. I feel like they're up to no good.
I'll see you terminated.
I will take you down.
Let's start the battle. Ooh, they got a psyker. They got a psyker on us.
Cover me.
All right, so what do we have available to us here? Interesting. Let's see.
Was that you? Or
Adept randomly distributes intelligent bonus.
anything else?
Forewarning. I'm next. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We are taking a first look at Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Let's rip these guys up. Yes. Beautifully done. Beautifully done, everybody.
Not my specialty. Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes. You didn't stand a chance.
Nice. Got him. Aw.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Avallard,
At
if you
your beck
could
and call.
strike this guy down, that'd be
Took care of this
fantastic.
one.
Thanks, my dude. Charge. Negative. We are not going to use charge, but we are going to go ahead and use this like an evade thing that he does. Brace for impact is what it's called. Sorry. Oof. Adira, you are in danger, my love. Let's see here. Can we move my guy a bit? Can we get a hit? Missed. Dang it.
I'll pass. Not a problem for me.
go ahead and run again and see, do we get a better shot?
Absolutely not. I don't have
Really?
time for this.
How do we not have line of sight of that? All right, if you say so.
I'll pass.
My place
We'll go ahead
is
and
at
move
the fort.
Abelard and have him strike.
I will do like you want to.
Nice. All right. Vespiatus, the creature in the chair, appears as if it has become one with the throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. I believe Master Vespiatus still lives. Servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. I'm gonna approach. The navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. Your time is short. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn. Lurches forward and falls back into the seat, then thrusts forward again as its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. Jesus. It came from beyond. His body is not his. That is horrifying. Your scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a potent salvation within me. Run, flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. Barely so. What do we do? Tell me how to help you. Run. The sanctorum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on and wait for the signal from the master helmsman. Then I will commence translation. What do we do, man? The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the master helmsman. If he's still alive, it's worth a try. We must get to the bridge. Yeah, let's go. Good luck and thank you. End dialogue. Let's go. Alt cargo. Accept. Your trophies were packed as cargo.
Follow my lead. Victory awaits.
Officer's deck. Go. Oh. Alt cargoes. Accept. This is so awesome. Previous cues from current dialogue by scrolling up in the dialogue window. Remember that. If you have any questions, just use the dialogue window. You're good. The game has been auto-saved. I'm liking the combat. The combat works for me. Yo, nice!
Show them no mercy. I will take you down.
God, Emperor, move through me. Be fire in my heart.
I told you he would protect us. Oh man. My God, my light, my emperor. I love the Sisters of Battle, man. Them some hard chicks right there. Argenta, the white-haired warrior, turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you in good health and well armed. We require all the forces we can muster. The young woman called Argenta lowers her weapon and scans your small party with an intense gaze. Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? I'm Nicholas Brightstorm von Valencius, the Lord Captain's heir. The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades are igniting with the arch enemy's hunger. I will stand shoulder to shoulder with anyone willing to halt the advance of the dark forces. That is why you have come, isn't it? Well, yeah, it is. Sister, I beg of you, Abelard appears to be losing his patience. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We were betrayed by the Master of Whispers, Adelthrod. The heir is waiting for our aid. Lord Captain is expecting a report on our success. We're here to deal with the situation that suggests we do that. I agree. There's no time to talk right now. We gotta get this going. Very well. Let us leave it at that. I cannot wait to rain fire upon more heretics. I love this chick. Lore Imperium succeeded. What is a warrior of the Adepta Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not? She's a guest. And that story deserves its own time and conversation under more appropriate circumstances. I agree. Like, we are being very, very cavalier about these conversations. And this frigate is under attack. So, yeah. Welcome to the stream again, everybody. Well, thank you for joining. We are playing Rogue Trader. Every minute spent in idle chatter robs a soul of their life. I agree. We gotta get to the main deck through this door. Let's go. Overseer, we will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Let's go. Ready? May Terror's light illuminate our path. Let's go. Enough talk. Oh, goods. I want goods. I like goods.
New challenge for me?
More goods. Accept. I got a new item. How is it? 6 to 9 damage. Rate of fire is 4. It's pretty standard. The penetration's a lot better though. So maybe we take that? I think. I mean, the penetration works, right? I mean, who doesn't like good penetration?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Open the door.
I rise to the occasion.
Run, fools!
Yes.
All fall.
Show them no mercy.
Show them no mercy. Man, I love those hard British voices, you know? I gotta get a feeling for how the Psyker works. I haven't exactly gotten a bead on that process yet, so you'll have to kind of bear with me. I don't know how Adira actually works yet. Oh yeah? Want to try and cut me right away, huh? It would be nice. How about all of you just kind of bunch up so I can kind of shoot you in good measure.
I will bathe this battlefield
Let's
in
see what she can
fury.
do. Shoot on the run. Dash. War him. Grants momentum. Yeah, let's go.
Deeradicated. None can escape await the Emperor's judgment.
Yo, ripped apart by a bolter, man.
Doubt is for
She
the
can go
weak.
ahead and run again, basically. She can run again. And in doing so, she can go ahead
I'll do
and
it.
shoot this dude. She cut him in effing half. She ripped that dude in half. That was fantastic. All right. We're gonna go ahead and good. He missed. Missed. Another miss. All right. So let's look at Adira real quick. Distributes intelligence bonus. Distributes stacks of clue marks among enemies in a 4 square radius. Clues remain until the end of combat. Can add insight characteristic that increases damage against the studied enemies. Okay, so study enemies basically gives you feedback on maybe like armor types and that kind of stuff, and then gives people that attack them the insight that they need to do additional damage. So that's pretty cool. That's probably going to come in handy, like if you face any Space Marines. I know we have someone from the Space Wolves that joins us as a companion, so I guess it's possible maybe we fight. Maybe we'll fight other Space Marines, but we can use study enemies to maybe find chinks in their armor. Forewarning, peering into the future of an ally. The Psyker is able to see the potential outcomes. The timely predictions of the Psyker increase the target dodge and parry. Okay, so if you have a friendly who maybe doesn't always have the best armor, you can use forewarning as a way to increase their ability to evade better. That's hot. I like that. Adept removes 1 stack of clue from the target to decrease its dodge, parry, and armor. Okay. So if what I'm picking up, if what's getting put down is what I'm picking up here, clue is similar to evade in like Battletech, right? So when you have a mech in the wood line, they gain evade. Exposed weakness takes clue. Clue is evade. So you can take clue away. So you can take evade away. So it'd be like using a sensor sweep from a mech to mech in Battletech, stealing that evade away from them. Okay, I like that. But we're gonna go ahead and use lightning anyway.
Will do. Farewell.
Oh, what? And it chain lightnings across it. That is fantastic. She has a Psyker staff. She has a frigging Psyker staff. She has 2 action points as well. Can she move? I can't get her to move though. All right. Abelard, he is, I'm not going to say that he's stuck because he's not, but I'm going to go ahead and see if we can actually, we charge with him. We can't. There's nothing to charge with. So we're going to go ahead and evade with him. Let's get this guy. Nice, nice. Momentum. Weapon sets. We'll go ahead and let them go ahead and pull in here. Oof.
Pain
Yikes.
and beauty go hand in hand.
I really, really like the combat. The combat here is very, very smooth. I want to go ahead and momentum. Rip these guys
As the
apart with
Emperor
the bolt
commands.
gun, man.
None can escape the Emperor's
Bolter is so OP already. I absolutely love this.
guided by faith.
Of course, it is a sister sororitas anyway.
As the Emperor
Oh,
commands,
man.
I act.
Oh, she missed. No!
They who
Go ahead and
discern the
move.
future own the battlefield.
A tactically sound approach.
Welcome to the stream again, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at this Rogue Trader. Coming on December 7th. That's the
I shall
expected
not
release
fear.
date still for this title. So if this is something on your agenda, you got the shot. Yes! Shot successful. Beautiful. We got some level ups to do here too, it looks like.
Let's move.
Oh man, I do not know what I'm doing here. Upgrade marksman doctrine. Choose a skill. Choose ability. Choose a skill. Awareness encompasses the subconscious ability to react to things that may not perceive. Demolition. Craft and employ explosives. I think I'd rather do awareness. I'll take that. Controlled shot gives a sign that they're going to shoot. The marksman and their allies will automatically dodge the next marksman's shot. Ready, go. Immediately spends their AP. Offhand shot. Rapid fire. Have double the rate of fire, but 25%. All shots will follow random trajectories. Works only with capable. Shocks 1 SP, but has a minus 30 ballistic shot. Does not end the movement. Oof. Dash. Controlled gives a sign. Reveal. Gain plus 10 ballistic skill. A plus 5, plus 2 critical hit damage. Plus an agility bonus. Till the end of combat. The ability is available after killing 3 enemies. The kill counter is not reset. Oof. Oh, man. I think I'm going to do dash. Apply selections. We'll do that. Upgrade fighter doctrines. Fighter's next melee attack gains to armor. And damage and ignores every enemy who suffers the attack. Enhanced by this ability attacks the fighter back, including creatures with ranged weapons. Yikes! Break through the lines. Slice ability dashes through an enemy to the cell on the opposite side of the enemy and makes a melee attack once per target. I'm gonna do endure, and then base stat toughness. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll kind of go basic across the board, whatever the recommendations are. Obviously, I mean, I'm not looking to goods. I have not been searching for goods. I'm an idiot. Oh, my Lanta. Your trophies were packed as cargo. More goods. Oh my god. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of
What is that?
awareness check received. What did I awareness check? Logic.
Done.
Open the door. Access. Beautiful.
None shall stand in my way.
This really reminds me of Neverwinter Nights. Anyone else? Anyone else get like a Neverwinter Nights feel of this? My god, I played that game forever, man. I played that game for ages.
Halt! I noticed something.
Cozy seating area. Am I missing anything? Oh, more goods. Get the goods from this guy. Anything? A melta charge? Yeah. I want that in my inventory. Yeah, take it. Accept, I guess?
It's about time.
Let's go, team.
I'll lay
Let's
claim
go.
to the stars.
More goods. All to cargo. Yes, more goods. All to cargo. I don't know what happened there. Ah, good. Good stuff. Good stuff. What are you? A scrappy autogun? Accept some goods here. Accept. Tech use. Demolition. Use the key, man.
Excellence matters.
Restore the power supply. Yes.
I rise to the occasion. Victory awaits.
Accept. Yeah, so I'm pressing and holding tab, and that's pulling everything up. For anyone curious. Come on.
Done.
Yes. I feel bad, like... I feel like I'm robbing this.
I did fine. A new challenge for me.
Okay. So... cannot be equipped by this character. Drop.
We shall prevail.
Accept. Cannot be equipped. It's a mantle of heroism. Yes, beautiful. He's got the cape.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Two. We're demolishing this door.
Never doubt me.
Right on. Pop that sucker wide open.
None shall stand in my way.
Run down this way.
This cannot be.
Oh, come on.
Lesson learned.
Come on.
The burden of failure is the
That
most
didn't go
terrible
as I'd
punishment.
hoped. It's about time.
So we lost the key. I guess use
Duty
demolition, man.
prevails.
Blow that thing open.
Follow my lead!
My guy straight up is gonna wind up looking like what we got here. Hey, the heroes have arrived, man. We're here. We're here to save the day. Or not. The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms, surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire toward you. It is Lady Theodora. Her expression is calm. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, and the other is raised in an inviting gesture. Are you lost, my heir? Argentina goes as still as a statue. An apparition. A sorceress apparition. Trickery of the warp. Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous. Aren't you in pain? Pain is but a reflection of one's weakness. To renounce weakness of spirit, pursuit of greatness is the only path to heights worthy of a rogue trader. This chick is nuts. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide. Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word she speaks is music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. And that answer can be nothing other than acceptance. Do not listen to this abomination, Nicholas Brightstorm. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness. To the void with you, we need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace. The people, the survivor from the decks, we must help the crew, lead them out, find a way. Jeez. I feel like I'm gonna do the Imperialis. The Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. You take a step forward and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you. Theodora's voice fades into a firestorm, where the voices of your companions calling you from behind, and the screams of the weak dying in the inescapable blaze. A blinding inferno, harrowing pyre, the all-consuming storm releases you as you step out, barely able to stay on your feet. The blood is pounding in your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes, caked in soot and burnt eyelashes, refuse to open. Free from the flames, take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. A new strength spreads through your veins. Despite the wounds, your body is once more ready for trials and struggle. You open your eyes and see a glow. With warm light before you, the Aquila, the sacred symbol of the Imperium. Yes! In the next moment, you are struck with another realization. The repulsive presence, the one that has plagued your mind since Voidver wounded you, is gone. The fire seems to have burned the entity away without a trace. Nicholas Brightstorm, Master Nicholas Brightstorm, can you hear me? You are alive and sane, which is more than I was expecting after what you just did. Praise the Emperor. Argentina kneels next to you. For the first time, you see her eyes radiate pure, unclouded joy. We passed through the flames. Oh, how can this be anything but a portent? For it is said the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith. Behind Argentina, you see Idrit's lass, doubled over in a fist of nausea. The rest of the people who were following you have withered away in the fire and continues to range. The Emperor protects Zenshell. Indeed, he does. If I hadn't seen it myself, I never would have believed. What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us? There was no Theodora witch. It was an illusion, temptation, foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But Nicholas Brightstorm perceived its true nature. Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness or holiness. A path opened behind you where the moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remained. What am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. No element holds power over the righteous. Brightstorm, even if you were anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong and your limbs obey you without fail. Let's go! Edelthrod, Nicholas, do my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake. I hurried here to join forces with you. Yes, indeed it is. Your wounds. Lore Warp 40. Look closely at Edelthrod. Yes! Lore check succeeded! Edelthrod doesn't seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His face took on a strange hue. Something like scales appeared on his temples, and there was a weird screeching note in his voice. These are not traces of fatigue and stress. The Psyker's body has begun to mutate, a consequence of a contact with the warp. Nice. My faith will keep me upright. Yes. Pray forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to doubt the faith of he who has passed a trial by fire. Literally, we literally passed a trial by fire. I walked by these flames. These scorching flames behind us. I stepped through those. Me. Well, not me, literally. My avatar did, my character. How do I get a Tom Selleck mustache on my guy? Will that be coming in the final release? Like, I know this is just the beta, but do I get a Tom Selleck mustache eventually? I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon, yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her Ark militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways? It was at the very elevator. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Ark militant, headed to her chambers to receive an item of particular importance. This is troubling. Conrad Voidfer was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorcerers. I'll go find her. A reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. Let's go, baby. Until we next meet, may the Emperor bless your deeds. Emperor protects, baby. Emperor protects. Yikes. Some stuff here. I'll take it all. Okay.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
A little choppy right now. Not really
Something of
sure why,
interest.
what's going on here, but it's something.
Victory awaits. A new challenge for me.
Go. There it is. Press tab to highlight objects you can interact with. No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Does that make me?
None shall stand in my way.
Oh no!
I rise to the occasion.
Looks like something caught by surprise. Theodora von Valencia's body is sprawled on a large blood-drenched desk, the Arch Militant's corpse still clutching a weapon. Emperor, accept thy faithful souls. No. Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing, not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud, why didn't I foresee this? Thinking about could have happened in the heat of battle. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning fast reflexes. I'm going to examine her body, lean closer. The cause of death is apparent, but ended the rogue trader's life as an auto pistol shot. I'm going to inspect his. The auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. Would you mind touching her? It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. After what we saw on the officer's desk, I won't risk searching for it in the warp. Inspect the shards, promethium. What do the shards tell you? I see streaks of color, luminous, blue lights facing, drawing closer. Is that something dark, enormous? The glass thing was something nasty, that's for sure. Inspect the papers, handwritten letter with a seal. Lord check succeeded. The author of this letter addressed to Theodora, signed it with the seal of one of the Holy Ordos, the Emperor's Inquisition. Yikes. Gained 7 experience, would best be on our way. Must see if we can find anything. Dude, you can't bring her back. Let's get these goods. accept. Check this out. And accept. Anything we're missing? And she's got beautiful chambers, that's for sure.
Your doom has been foretold.
A combat servitor. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop him over here. I'm gonna go ahead and sweep her over here. I'm gonna back her up, and I'm gonna put him right in front. Let's go. We got this.
Just a
Holy
minor setback.
crap.
Faith shields me.
Stop.
Listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this.
Me.
Oh man.
Victory is given like the aftermath of an orbital
Nice.
strike. Already done.
Nothing? Really?
Nothing I can't do.
How did we miss all of that, man? Yikes.
I'll do it.
Shot on the run. Yo, man. We're gonna go ahead and back
The
her
enemies
up
of
a
the
little
Emperor
bit
will be undone.
and see if we can still go ahead and use this.
Faith
Yeah.
without deeds is worthless. Eradicated.
Got him.
I'll
Get
do
this
it.
guy. Nice. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and use lightning
On it.
on this guy. Yeah. Add alt cargoes. Void ship bridge, let's go.
Doubt is for the weak.
We got some more leveling up, do we? Two ranks available. Upgrade fighter doctrine. Choose a talent. I like that. I don't even know what the other one was. I want that. Apply selections. Upgrade marksman doctrine. Reloads. Marksman deals damage. I like that. Predictable. Awareness. Apply selections. Oh man. Tech use. Pattern every enemy with a clue. Oof. I go ahead and close this interface. Accept.
It's about time.
Oh. What am I missing here? Throd, you are here, but where's the Lord Captain? She's dead, brother. Rogue Trader is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain. No matter what ritual Conrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I can't withstand it. I feel my body changing. I've seen it before. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. We have no right. Our heads. Damn right you don't. Let's go. This guy's just killing everybody. What is he doing right now? You can see Conrad clearly in the gloom of the bridge. He's holding the now familiar broken blade stained with dark drops. We are out of time. Ethelthrod bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. You can see how a wave runs through his eyes. Let us die with honor. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. Not today. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it, and you see to it the void ship breaks free from the warp. Let's go. Dude, I look pretty OP. Oh, great.
Annihilate them!
I'll turn you into corpse
Defeat
starch.
the warp creature. We'll move over. Let's go.
Anything else? Because
Okay.
will do.
Will you study enemies? Anything here? What does more damage?
Suits my
Why don't we take this shot?
purpose. Was your biggest mistake.
see here. Can we dash?
Nothing I can't do. Absolutely not. I'll bring glory to my bloodline. All too easy. Suits my purposes.
Okay.
Not a problem for nothing of
Got
value
him.
has been lost. Nothing I can't do.
Nice.
Already done.
Yikes.
Curse you, miscreant!
Follow my lead.
All right. He's going to go ahead and advance, and then...
I'm not interested. I'd rather not.
Momentum.
All right.
Doubt is for the weak.
Come on, girl.
The whispers must be appeased.
An arc. Desperate measure.
That is not my destiny.
Yikes.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
I'm wounded.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's see here.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Good hits, girl. Good hits.
As the Emperor commands, I act. That is not the Emperor's will.
But of course,
Come on, lightning. There it is.
Become like fire.
Right. What are we doing here? Tab. Grab the goods. Add to cargo. Accept. Overseer. Accept. Okay, where do we need to go now?
Claim to the stars.
Who thought that was a good idea?
System status report. Reestablish connection. Anyone that speaks for house. Yeah, begin the ritual. Vision of an unimaginable valeness appears before your eyes. The flickering image shifts and wavers. The azure feathered creature is constantly changing. Who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? Resist the temptation, whatever you are, it will not cloud my mind with a new illusion. Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. Good, bring it. This shard of reality drifting through my domain is merely the arena for one who dared to vie for the favor of the gods. The aspirant was defeated and thus gave birth to a new aspirant. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I see you on the day when the final dawn rises over the metal world and the gates, the realm of the sorcerer, open. The demon reaches toward you and sinks a ghostly claw into your chest. A terrible cold binds your body, and a cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent, and Vox signal is stable, which means the navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valencius flagship. We will honor his memory along with that of all who died today. Seneschal, will you tell us now who is that? Where's the Lord Captain? Yeah, she died by right of blood succession and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision. Say nothing. It is hereby declared that the successor is Nicholas Brightstorm von Valencius, rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade and the title of rogue trader. We did it. We beat the game. No, I'm kidding. We didn't beat the game. The deed is done. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain. It's fine. You can call me whatever, bro. You know, I'm not that full of myself, you know, that no big deal. I like this game. I like the combat. It doesn't feel strict. Well then, your lordship, you had us worried for a few hours, but after witnessing you fearlessly rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was over. Such fortitude is most admirable. The medics only just saved you in time. Luckily, one of the healers remembered the existence of a long-forgotten augment station and storage. The blessings of the Omnissiah. Adrin's back, baby. Hold your first officer's briefing. We sustained massive losses. Some posts have yet to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfulfilled entirely. Now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. What is the agenda? I've got a more pressing problem. I do not wish to be. Ready to start the briefing. Summon the officers. Let's do this. Right. You've been granted an honor. I will personally conduct today's briefing. Oh, man. Yeah, I haven't got the time. As you wish, the report will be far from cheering. We must find a replacement for the dead navigator. There is a Navis Nobilite station in the very system. Item 2 on the bad list. Chief Engineer fell in battle. Everyone's dead right now. The third piece of bad news. Crew losses have surpassed 2,000 people. We'll probably be able to find sufficient workers there in Rykad Minoris. The planet is controlled by House Winterscale, the rogue trader dynasty. Simply recruit people from the planet without first. Any good news, man? Yeah, air generators have been repaired and running smoothly. Good, so we're not going to suffocate. I mean, that's nice. Tell me in the system. I see the Vox Master. Oof, look at that profile picture. That's it's got Tinder written all over it. Inhabited bodies. Okay, so there's 3 planets. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer. Did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. Rycad itself is also not responding. Alright. Yeah, let's, wow. Confident Matter, Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed ship here. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who is the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. The Lord Inquisitor. Wow, Hand of the Emperor. Nice. Yeah, I'll follow it. Was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Henriks van Kalox, an interrogator in football. Massive void port on the edge of the Koronus system. Okay. That is all. Great deal ahead of me to look at. Thank God I have a Sisters of Battle. Explain yourselves. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. Was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Daybreak. Adira, if there's nothing else about, come to your senses. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way. Extract any... Yeah, the voices are going to berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of it. Oh, man. All right. Well, I think what we're going to do is pop smoke on this one for now and pick it up later. This particular beta has about 60 hours worth of gameplay, so kind of have a couple of things here, I guess. With 60 hours worth of gameplay, that's a lot to play through, and my hope is that the save file transfers once the beta is over. This is a very long tutorial. I mean, really, it's been about 2 hours and 15 minutes since I started, and we really just kind of got to the end of the prologue. I don't know. I will see you on the next one.